Hello friends who drink coffee, and today we have Fellow Aiden. Finally we get hands on one of those pieces and I really like this coffee maker. Let's review a little bit about the functions and what this Fellow Aiden brings to the table. And of course we'll make some cup of coffee out of it and we'll let you know, does it taste good? First of all, I'd like to say that I really like the design. There's a lot of videos online saying that they don't like that it's too much boxy, or they don't like that there is a plastic in there. I personally think this is a very high quality plastic, and there will be no problems with these machines over a long period of time. There's a little downside in terms of the water tank lid here. I can see that there is a handle built into the water tank, which could be a little difficult when you pour the water from a bigger source like tap water, but using a Fellow EKG kettle, it's very easy to do that. And then as well, you can notice here that you have 1.5 liter water tank capacity. One more thing about the thermal pot here, it's really well built. I think the quality is decent. You can see there's nothing inside marked except the max. I think total max means you're roughly around 10 cup of coffee. The bottom tray for the pot, it's not heated. So because this is a thermal pot, you don't really need anything to be heated. It will keep roughly your coffee warm for the 30 minutes. Right after that, you will see the coffee decreasing in its temperature. The coffee machine comes with a setting of a single cup doser as well as a multiple cup doser, and this is also changes the size and the shape of a filter that you're going to use with this machine. And each time you will have to pick between multiple shower heads and a single shower, which you have actually 3 dots here, where based on the amount of coffee Aiden suggested to you by Fellow, of course, how much water you need to focus on the extraction. Let's look into the menu inside. You have a very pleasant, good looking screen, color screen compared to previous models. So there's a lot of customization, including single serve, how many pulsations as well. There's 3 pulsations, each pulsation at 96 degrees Celsius. Interval between them is around 23 seconds. So a lot of customizations. And of course, if you don't like those customizations, you can go into edit profiles and you can create your own by giving it a name. You can always customize the name and type in whatever you like it to be and then save it. At the end of the day, it will always be recorded there. Doesn't matter if you unplug this machine. When you pick the amount of coffee to make for yourself, for instance, if you make 1 cup, it will be around 3 minutes and 33 seconds. That's the total amount. You don't have control over the time. The reason for that is because the computer within the Fellow Aiden will decide how much time do you need based on the volume and on the settings you pick. I think it's very smart, and it shouldn't be customized. If you do have control over that, then you will need to have a different pump that can pump the water faster, slower, depending on what time you're gonna put. And that can cause debris throwing away all over the paper filter, and of course under extraction or over extraction of some coffee. Let's go and have a look what is the guided brew is like. For instance, here we have a medium roast. Today we're going to make a couple of coffee. For example, let's make 4 cups of coffee. Here it will suggest to use a blue basket with 3 dots, and as well to put a shower with a 3. That way we'll do this one, and let's swap this quickly and put the coffee. Let's grind some coffee, and we're going to use 37 grams of coffee for 4 cups. Here, once we select the 4 cups, the machine will tell you 37.5, and that's exactly the amount we are planning to grind. Let's grind this coffee. Now we have put in the coffee, we've selected the shower size, and we have the basket right So if you do by mistake forgot to put something instead of the blue and pick the green, machine will know, because there are magnet sensors right here on each paper filter basket, and it will let you know that please replace the baskets. Very smart. Once you're ready, you have your pot inserted, make sure you have enough water. For 4 cups, we're going to be using 600 mils of water. That's exactly the amount of water Aiden will pass through that coffee. Once you press the button, it's going ahead and start brewing. And in case you take a walk, and by the time you come back, you will know how much time you have left. Schedule is very interesting setting. For example, last night I set my coffee to be ready once at 8:10 in the morning, and I filled it all up. I had a very freshly roasted coffee. I really enjoyed that cup of coffee. I definitely would like to do this more than once. However, it's good to be once, so you don't make a coffee by mistake while you didn't prepare any coffee in there. It's good. So for who is this coffee maker? I think it's for everyone who likes to drink black coffee, or they like to put a bit of splash of milk or cream on top of the coffee that they make. As well for those people who really appreciate the quality coffee and that they like to customize the temperatures based on the profiles they pick. And for those who buy a good roasted coffee from local roasters, and of course for those who make a lot of purovas daily and you just tired of making purova and pouring the coffee yourself. Now you have Fellow Aiden that will replicate, if you customize it and save it, all your coffee formulas, and will make you that cup of coffee every day consistently. And before we finish, we would like to show you how can you access your game inside your Fellow Aiden. If you go into edit profiles and you go and select light roast, of course you can't change anything here, but if you have the name selected as a light roast, sometimes you need to click 3 times. Here on this machine we need to click 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Space Invaders.